All right. Hello, you financial literature wizards. All right, we are going to be going over how to do a monthly payment from a table. Eventually, we'll be able to do those monthly payments using a formula, and we're going to be able to find the interest on loans or whatever the finance charge is. Again, like I've said before in other videos and other lessons, the finance charge and the interest earned or the interest being paid, those two things are typically used interchangeably in this unit. So we're going to talk about it that way. All right, so those are our standards that we're covering. These are some words that we'll be covering in the next couple of weeks. We will pretty much know what most of these are by the end of the. All right. So here is a table. This is on the notes. Again, this PowerPoint follows the notes of 3.2 notes, credit and loans. We will be using this for this lesson and the lesson that'll be on Tuesday, March 30th, I think it is. Okay, so the monthly payments per $1,000 of a loan. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at this one, and this is for full whole percentages. So if you're looking at this, these are the whole percentages. All right, so this is the table of monthly payments per $1,000 of the principal, meaning that there are other percentages here. So you could find one for 7. Well, the example that's used here is it's a 2-year loan at an 8.5%, and the monthly payment per $1,000 would be $45.46. So we're going to talk about what that means by per 1,000 on the next page. Okay, so here is our first example. So what is the monthly payment for a 4,000 2-year loan with an APR of 4%? Well, we're going to go back to that original table, that front table, and we're going to find where it says 2, and then we're going to find where it says 4% APR, and then where they intersect is where we are going to get our number. So it's going to be 43.42. But there are 4 1,000s and 4,000, so we have to multiply that number by 4, and we get a monthly payment of $173.68. So go ahead and get that in your notes. All right, so the second example is Juan, and he's borrowing $41,000 for a 5-year loan. He has an APR of 3%, and we want to know what his monthly payment is. So this example, I like to think that Juan is buying a boat because I really want to buy a boat. I am not going to be buying a boat anytime soon, but I want to buy a boat. So if I wanted to buy a boat at this, I would go back to that table. I'd find my 5-year loan. I'd go to my 3%, and where they intersect is at $17.97. But that isn't my monthly payment for 5 years. That would be amazing. I would buy a boat today if that was the case, but it's not. I have to multiply that $17.97 by 41 because there's 41 1,000s in 41,000. So my monthly payment would be, or Juan's monthly payment would be $736.77. And I think actually there we go. You might be able to see that better now. All right. So moving on. All right, so we want to find out what the total of amount of the monthly payments would be for that first loan we talked about, that 4,000 2-year loan at an APR of 4%. So when we went to it, we said that our monthly payments were going to be that $173.68. So if we are going to find out, we know what the monthly payment is, but we want to know what our total amount is going to be. How many months are going to be in 2 years? Well, there's 24 months in 2 years. So we're going to take that monthly payment and multiply it by 24 because we're going to make that payment 24 times. So then the total amount paid is the $4,168.32. So go ahead and get that in your notes. All right, so now we're going to kind of think about this a little bit backwards. So if we know our total monthly payment for a 5-year loan is that $10,692, we know our APR is 7%, but we want to know how much we originally borrowed. Well, we're going to take what we've been doing and we will put everything in what we would pay. So if we use Y as our unknown, our original amount borrowed, we could put it in. So normally we would go to the 5-year and we would say, okay, 5 years, and it's at 7%, so we're going to have $19.80 times Y, Y 1,000s, right? So however many thousands times Y, and then that'll be all equal to the 10,000. So to solve, this is just multiplication. So we are going to want to multiply the 1980 times 60, and we're going to get 1188. So if we get 1188, so we have 1188, y is equal to 10,692, sorry, then we are going to divide by 1188. And how I got the 1188, again, was 1980 times 60. And we could divide by that. Oops. Sorry. By 1188. And then we end up with y is equal to 9. So if y is equal to 9, is that the original amount borrowed? Well, no, because originally over here, if we go back, we had to multiply by 4 here. I'm pointing on the screen, but you can't see it. 4 here because there were 4 1,000s. So our 9 represents the 9 1,000s. So if there's 9 1,000s, the original amount borrowed was 9,000. Alright, so if we find a finance charge for 4,000, oh, we're going to go back to that original problem that we were starting with, but we want to find the finance charge. So we had already found that the payments were going to be 170. We already found that if it was this amount per $1,000, $43.42, we multiplied that by 4 to get the monthly payment of $173.68, and then we figured out what our total was. So remember to find a finance charge, or the interest charged on that loan in a dollar amount. Then what we do is we take the original loan, or the total monthly payments, and the original loan amount, and we find the difference between the two. And the difference is $168.32. So this person is going to pay that much interest on this loan. Alright, now you should be able to do the worksheet that is posted on Google Classroom. There is an answer key posted so you can check. I would suggest doing the work because we are going to be taking a test on this, and this is the stuff that will be on the test as well as all the other stuff. Alright, I hope you have a great night, and I will see you all next week.